Welcome to another monthly portfolio update. If you are stopping by for the first time, please do me a favor, subscribe to the channel and hit the like button. In this video, I will share with you how much I invested in my taxable account in December 2023, the number of shares that I bought, and the value of my portfolio at the end of December. But as always, before I continue, a quick disclaimer. The information that I'm sharing is not financial advice. Before you invest in anything, please do your own research and make sure that you only invest in things that you understand. With that being said, I will dive right into my portfolio update. I will start with a quick recap of my November portfolio to show you the value of the portfolio and the number of shares that I had before the beginning of December. The total value of my portfolio at the end of November was $53,909.01. $53,907.16 was the market value of my investments, and $1.85 was a cash amount. At the end of November, my portfolio was up $5,704.54. This was a plus 11.83%. These are my holdings: 2 Vanguard ETFs and 2 BlackRock ETFs. VCN is a Vanguard ETF that tracks the Canadian market. I had 86 shares of VCN at the end of November. VFV is a Vanguard S&P 500 Index ETF, the Canadian version of VOO. I had 254 shares of VFV at the end of November. XEQT is a BlackRock ETF. This is an all-in-one equity ETF which holds Canadian equities, US equities, developed market equities outside of North America, and emerging market equities. I had 429 shares of XEQT at the end of November. If you live in Canada and you're interested in owning a single equity ETF which is broadly diversified, you may consider looking into XEQT, or its Vanguard version which is VEQT. XUU is also a BlackRock ETF which tracks the US total stock market. I had 234 shares of XUU at the end of November. I will now show you how much I invested in December and the number of shares that I bought. I bought 2 shares of VCN. The cost per share was $42.07. The total cost, $84.14. This was 16% of the amount that I invested in December. I bought 2 shares of VFV. The cost per share was $111.84. The total cost, $223.67. This was 41% of the amount that I invested in December. I bought 5 shares of XEQT. The cost per share was $27.71. The total cost, $138.55. This was 26% of the amount that I invested in December. I bought 2 shares of XUU. The cost per share was $46.94. The total cost, $93.87. And this was 17% of the amount that I invested in December. In total, I bought 11 shares in December, all the ETFs combined. And the total amount that I invested was $540.23. This is $39.31 more than the amount that I invested in November. As you can see, in November I invested $500.92, and in December, $540.23. The difference is $39.31. The total equity of my portfolio at the end of December was $55,563.99. $55,552.40 was the market value of my investments, and $11.59 was a cash amount. At the end of December, my portfolio was up $6,809.55. This is a plus 13.97%. As of December the 31st, I had 88 shares of VCN, 256 shares of VFV, 434 shares of XEQT, and 236 shares of XUU. All right, let's now take a look at some quick details about each of the positions. I will start with VCN. The closing market price on December the 31st was $42.57. The quantity of shares that I had, 88. The average price, $40.44. The book value, which is how much I have invested in VCN, was $3,559.12. The market value was $3,746.16. This was 6.74% of my portfolio. VCN was up $187.04, or 5.26%. Next, we have VFV. The closing market price on December the 31st was $112.12. The quantity of shares that I had, 256. The average price, $96.17. The book value was $24,621.03. The market value was $28,702.72. This was a 51.66% of my portfolio. VFV was up for $1,081.69 or 16.58%. Then we have XEQT. The closing market price on December the 31st was $27.66. The quantity of shares that I had, 434. The average price, $25.19. The book value was $10,933.42. The market value was $12,004.44. This was 21.60% of my portfolio. XEQT was up $1,071.02 or 9.80%. Finally, we have XUU. The closing market price on December the 31st was $47.03. The quantity of shares that I had, 236. The average price, $40.80. The book value was $9,629.28. The market value was $11,099.08. This was 19.98% of my portfolio. XUU was up $1,469.80 or 15.26%. The stock market did okay in December. My portfolio went from 11.83% at the beginning of the month to 13.97% at the end of the month. This was an increase of 2.14%. If you take the entire year, 2023 produced a great return for the stock market. At the start of 2023, my portfolio was down 3.52%, and it ended 2023 plus 13.97%. The so-called recession that many analysts were predicting in 2023 didn't happen, and the stock market performed really well. We will see if 2024 will be another good year for the stock market, or whether there will be a recession and the market crash. But nobody can predict what's going to happen or how the market will behave. I think the best thing to do for long-term investors is to stay the course, keep investing consistently, focus on the long term, and ignore market forecasts. All right, feel free to leave a comment below. Please like the video and subscribe to the channel. Thank you for watching. I will see you next time with another update. Peace out.